Hola amigos, hola amigas, welcome to Hooverlux, Dorian here, bienvenue, bienvenido, croeso, assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel. This video is going to be concentrating now on my Kirby Heritage 2. This dates from, if I can see, it's quite hard to see actually. Trying to see. September 1985. So this is from September 1985. I think. Yes, it is. I will confirm definitely by the end of the video. So what I can see from the serial number underneath. So this one is the first Kirby that I bought back in December this year, and it was in very good condition. It was bought by a couple who, they must have been, I don't know, they must have been in their 50s anyway when they bought it, and it was just too, by the time they got a bit older, it was just too heavy for them, and it got to the point where they didn't use it. So it was in very good condition. It wasn't used much. It had been serviced. The last time it was serviced was in 2013. There was a sticker on it that I removed with the date on it. So when I had it, it came with all the attachments, all the shampoo system and the tools, etc. And it wasn't very dirty. It just needed a new belt, and I was using it straight away. I did try and polish it with some, I didn't have Mother's polish at the time. It was some other polish that I had, metal polish, and although it did clean it up, I haven't taken it apart to give it a proper good cleaning. So that's what I'm going to do on this video. So I've already done the bag. I washed the bag, and I've got a HEPA filter into it. I've cleaned the boot. I haven't done it up, so the boot is all clean, the bag is all clean. This part of it doesn't need anything doing to it. I'll just show you the HEPA filter bag that I have inside there, which is fantastic. And because it was freshly laundered, I just dropped something there, it smells of comfort. So that's all clean and tidy. That looks really good. So again, I'm going to put this to one side because that's completed. I'll turn this on for you to see. And that is really, really good. It's got a really good blower on it. No safety cut off with these back in the day for the Mini Emto when you take it off. So let's unplug it first. So there we go, that is now unplugged. The cable on this is not amazing, but it's starting to do that sort of like rippling effect in it, but it isn't damaged in any way. It's in perfect condition, so I'm not going to bother replacing it because there's nothing wrong with it. So first of all, let's undo the belt. Let's remove, oh god, I got this on really stiff, the brush nozzle. Bought a new brush roll for it after I had it, so that's fine. There's no chips in the fan. The light works all fine on it. There's really nothing wrong with it. I really just need to polish it up and clean it up. That's the main thing that I need to do. So let me get my tools. Let's take a closer look. Let's take the cord off. I'm going to release the cord from up here. Remove the bolt from the handle, and then remove the handle. So if I put the body of the vacuum and the handle to one side, what I need to do is the brush roll. So if I loosen off the belt, undo the rug plate, take it off. This is all shiny and clean. I'm not going to touch that. Again, these are riveted on, so it's pretty much near impossible to clean properly. Oh, it makes it harder anyway. If I pull the bumper off, what this reveals is some dust behind the bumper that I haven't ever removed. I've never taken it apart. So that can go straight in for polishing. I'm not going to be doing anything with that. It doesn't need to be cleaned. Now I'm going to take off this handle. Get my little tray. I'm going to put the bolt and this, because on my Heritage 84 I took this off. And you think I can bloody find it? I cannot find it anywhere. I don't know where I put it, so I'm going to leave that there safe. That's a bit easier to come off. That could do with a clean. The bag hook holder, sorry, the cord hook holder and the bag holder, that's come off. Top cord hook I'm going to remove. Just get in there, slide it out. It's a bit manky, so I'll give that a wash as well. This is just a bit dusty on the inside. Not much grime on it. Let me remove the lower cord hook. Now, apart from a little clean, there is a date wheel on this, but I can't make it out. It says here 87. What did I say this was? Nine 85786-A. I don't know if that's the serial number for dating it. Anyway, somebody will put a comment and let me know. Excellent, that's that off. Next, let's take the beast apart. First of all, I'm going to remove the switch. I'm going to remove this cover and the plug. So that's the cover. That's that. And now the cable is free. Get rid of that. So now we're left with the back. So I'm going to take off these screws at the side. There's one either side. There's one at the top which holds the mechanism on, and the power cord. And there's two underneath. A longer one. I'm going to take these little back wheels off. Each of these little long screws. The wheel mechanism, the back wheels. Now this is ready to come off. Okay, just need to gently take it off. There we go. It's not too bad on the inside, it just needs a little vacuum. Plus there's some dust on this as well, on the motor part. Let me zoom you in and then you can take a closer look. So there's a little bit of dust there, so let me just get the vac and just hoover it up, tidy it up. So the difference with this one is there's a light on the top of this, which you don't have on the other one. So for polishing it, I'm just going to gently, there's two little plastic tabs either side, so I just want to gently pop it out. I'm going to pop that down here. So that's the body part done. It is literally now straight for polishing, so I will give it a wipe over with a cloth, but that's ready for polishing. Now the main vac, as you can see, it's got this big ass, ooh, there's a fly there. Big ass suppressor. It looks in fine condition. Oh, there's more date wheels here, 88, 89. So this front part was made in 88. This part here, 89. So there's no way that that serial number can be the year of it. So I don't know. Next, I'm going to take off these wheels with the mechanism. There's two screws here to take off with the little hooks. I'm going to do this a little bit slower than I did the last time because the whole thing came off. So if I take this, there's the foot pedal and the screws. Okay. So that comes out. That comes out. And then there's a spring then at the side. I don't know if you can see. So when you put it back together, that goes in first with the spring. I'll clean this out. I'll put a little bit of grease on it. You don't want to put too much grease on it. So I'll put a little bit of grease on this spring and clean this area out and clean the pedal. So there we go. So that's the wheels and the toe touch control taken off. So now we're only left with the... I'm not going to take this off because it doesn't need it. So there's a little bit of thread on there that I shall take off. Now the next thing I want to do is this light mechanism. So there's two screws holding the light mechanism on. Now I've already put a new bulb on this when I bought it because the bulb had gone, so I've already put a new bulb in. But I will have a look and see if I can... there we go. I'm not gonna... Just gonna take the two screws, leave that in there. This plastic front bit comes off. I'm not even going to bother taking this off because 1989. So I'm not going to bother taking this off because there's no point, because you can't take this whole head thing off. I don't know how to. So I'm not going to bother. Now I'm going to remove this safety switch button. Two long screws holding that. There's like a little metal bar and a plastic cover. It holds that into place. I'm just going to take out the screw. Just wipe this over. So there we go, we got it stripped down just like I did with the Heritage 84. I'm going to give it a bit of a wipe over and then I'm going to put it then through the polishing machine. This one is not going to be as complicated because number one, I've had some practice with the Kirby Heritage 84 and so I kind of like know what I'm doing a bit more. And this is not as dirty, this is not as tarnished or as dirty as the other one was. This has been more looked after. The fan and everything inside of the spindle, that's all fine. I'm not going to be replacing that. It's just going to be a refurb of the metal. So I'm going to leave this as it is. And I'll come back to you once I have started polishing, which won't be until tomorrow. So that's it for now, and I'll come back and we'll do the polishing. Okay, so I've done all the polishing. Now I need to reassemble it. So let's get on with the handle. I'm just going to put the bag and holder in. The top hook. bottom storage hook. I think I got this the wrong way around. Grrr! No, I don't think I have. Maybe I have. Oh, that definitely seems like the top one. Why is this one very loose? It's very loose. Why is it very loose? There we go. That's it. That's the bottom and the top cord hooks on, so that's the handle pretty much done. I'm going to move that to one side. Put this rubber seal back on. My beauty. I'll put these wheels back on. Where's my grease? I'm just going to put a little bit of grease in there. And a little bit of grease inside here. Oop, too much. Too much grease will make it slip. There we go. My cloth. There we go. The two metal clips. Oh, you little monkey. Hold it on. That's one side. That's the other side. There we go. That's that on. Now I'm going to put this back together, so I need to put the little light cover. Oh, you little shit, that just broke. I took that off really carefully, and now putting it back in, the bloody thing broke. You little shit. Okay, I'll sort that out. Oh, I can't believe that. It took ages to get that little thing up without being broken, and I've gone to put it back in and it's snapped on the end. Shit. Anyway. Bugger. I'm going to put the body back on. I'm not going to do I'm not going to do the screws up too tight yet. I'm just going to put them in. Put the safety switch back on the front. I'm going to tighten up the body screws from that side, on that side, and on the underneath. Put the back wheels back on. That back together. Now the headlight. Now I got the brush roll. I need to put the plate back on. Belt up. There we go. put that back on. Go. Okay, got interrupted then with the phone ringing. And just put the handle back on. There we go. On. Actually, I'm going to put the emptor on first before I put the bag on, so it's easier. There we go. Emptor on. Bag on. The cable. Right, I'm going to change something. I'm going to fix that light and then put the cable on it. Okay, so there we are. That's one Kirby Heritage 2. Now, I was looking at the date underneath, and that isn't the date stamp. The date stamp is here, which is 389. So this was actually made in March 89. In factory number 5, wherever factory number 5 was. So 38905, March 1989, factory 05 in the US of A. This is the one that I remember from my childhood, not owning, but being sold it, or trying to be sold it, until my mother found out how much it was, and the guy was crying, saying that he wasn't going to be able to get engaged to his girlfriend if he didn't sell it, blah blah blah. Wasn't going to be able to pay for the wedding or some other bullshit, I don't know, the Kirby salesman came up with. So this is now as lovely and shiny as I'd like it to be, and I think now we will give it a little quick demonstration. I'll just plug it back in for you. I'll switch it on. Oh, would help if I put the power on. Bear with, because I've had the grinder on for polishing the Now let's have a look at this, because the headlight is not coming on. So I may have not put the connection back on correctly. Let's have a look. I've just unplugged it, by the way. Yeah. Let's just try that with one screw on. Hey, there we go. There are two tiny little connectors underneath that need to fit in when you're putting the light fixture back in. And if they're not right, the headlight's not going to work. Fantastic. Okay, now that's all back together. Let's do a quick demo. I'm just going to sprinkle down some sawdust and we'll have a quick demo. So here we have the Heritage 84, all shiny and looking good. I've got a bit of sawdust down here on the floor I've put, so let's give it a go. Let me just switch it on. So that's my Kirby Heritage Legend 2. Done and dusted. It was pretty much in good condition anyway. I just needed to really polish up the metal and get it as in pristine condition as I could. Which I think is looking pretty good considering how old it is, from 1980. No, this is not the 84, this is the 89. Which is there. 38905. There we go, that's the number on it. So from 1989, it still looks very old-fashioned for 1989, considering, you know, some of the other vacuum cleaners that were out. Not long after, you know, roughly around about the same time. They do look very, very dated. This does look very dated, but they are a testament to taking care of items with a solid metal, and they will last a long time, and they will, you know, continue to work as pretty much as good as they did when you first had them. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this on the Kirby Legend 2. I still have the rest of these booties to bring up to pristine condition. So these are all the G series. so the G series, what I need to be working on next, which will be with the G3, which is technically the one that came out after this, with a completely different look, and also with the tech drive. So I've cleaned the bag on that, but this is the one we need to strip out and give a good polish to. And please subscribe, like, share. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching, and until I see you soon. Bye bye.